And hello everybody, we are here at the Paganello Beach 2025 and now Zam Zam is using fireworks to enter the pitch.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, ultimate.
Those fireworks seems to be the love of the game they have in their hearts, because the fireworks they used, they didn't actually work. So Zam Zam, one of the last team we saw yesterday, if not the last. Was it the last?
I can't remember. It all sort of blends into one.
Yeah, the blends of a blender of blending games. So we have a derby game, as we call it. I don't know. Do you call it derby?
Derby,
too?
yeah, with an A in us. Well, I suppose it's spelt derby, but pronounced derby.
Ah, derby. We say it the Italian way, derby.
Derby.
And in London, you have like 7 of those.
Yeah, you got like
for Premier League.
Yeah, Fulham versus Chelsea, or Liverpool versus Arsenal.
Villa. Aston Villa.
You're asking the wrong person.
Aston Villa, I think, has the derby against Tottenham,
yeah,
or something like this.
That sounds somewhat right.
And here we have the derby between Zam Zam and Gremila. Basically, Gremila is the oldest roster, and quote-unquote oldest, no offense to anyone. And Zam Zam is the hippie young team made of ex-player, dropout players, but also really good player. We have Semprini, we have his sister Emma. I just talked about the people I know. We have Luca Contini, Gabriele Spisso. So Zam Zam last year went on to the finals. Yesterday they lost against FemJam.
They did, yeah.
And now their way to the final is not compromised, but surely more uphill than what they expected.
They are, and this Gremila side, correct me if I'm wrong, from Rimini. So I believe that we found out yesterday that they are called Gremila, or the Gremlins, because they are a team that has been playing for a very long time, but not necessarily been pushing at the elite levels, or necessarily not because they can't, because they simply don't want to. And every time they go to a tournament, there'll be more and more and more of them, and people would say to them, "Oh, you're spreading like gremlins." So they are in the deep purple kit. They'll be starting on the right-hand side of your screens, in that purple and orange setup, and then on the left-hand side of your screens, you'll have Zam Zam in the purpley, pinky, dusky cotton T-shirt look.
Yeah, I really, really hope that people at home are following this game, because this is the Rimini Derby. This is the game of the morning so far, and if you're in Rimini, you should stand up and walk to the beach. If you're not here, you should just hit the YouTube button, follow us, like and subscribe, and follow all the Paganello 2025 games here with us on the sideline with Chapo and Emilia.
Hi. Chapo, we obviously have seen both of these teams play. Playing a sort of similar style. We know that Gremila, the team on the left in the deep purple, they love to shoot it. We saw them throw hucks pretty much every point they possibly could yesterday, whereas Zam Zam, able to play in a smaller space, but also loving to throw it. If you had to put money on this game, where would you put it?
Zam Zam. I have $1 million in my bank account. I'm putting it all on Zam Zam.
Ooh, okay. Why? What's your thinking?
First of all, there is a flirt between me and Zam Zam. They want me to play with them. At least some of those players told me that they would like to have me in their roster. Oh, we got a out-of-bound pull with a shoulder hit. And also I think that Zam Zam has more talent, hidden talent, like people that play at a super high level, but now they're just chilling or having a life. So here is Ricci with the disc at the center of the pitch after the break. guarded by Emma Semprini. Now a little swing on the left. Silence here. We call him Silence. He's a very silent player. And again, really quick swing of the disc. Ricci moving it back at the center line. Silence with the disc, looking ahead. And now Ricci trying to move away the disc with a break side throw. Oh, a missed catch. And Zam Zam now can get the first break of the game. Emma with the disc, facing away from the sideline. That's always, always a good thing to do. Once you get the disc half a meter to the sideline, you don't even look forward. Recenter.
Couldn't agree more. Good discipline to have, a good principle. Zam Zam return the favour to Gremila with a turnover of their own. 1 for 1 now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it at the first point of the first game too. First couple of points are always a warm-up. You know, when you warm up for Paganello the second day, it's tough to keep it going, to keep the focus. So you don't know. Will it be a game like yesterday, maybe a 15-4, a 13-4, a 13-6, or will it be the most important game of my life today? So first points are used to warm up, see how things are going, and shout out to the crowds here at Paganello, watching the game from the stands.
Yeah, thank you so much for everyone who is here and helped made Paganello possible, but also to everyone watching at home. The support, both in person and online, is incredibly important to the future of this sport. So shout out to everyone who's kind of bought in and invested in this amazing community. We couldn't do it without you all.
Okay, we got 4 throw and 4 turnovers right now. So I really think they didn't warm it up properly. The flicks, at least the flicks.
Yeah, I'm now going to start a tally on my lovely little iPad here to see how many turnovers we have. I believe Gremila are 3 turnovers and Zam Zam are 2.
Yeah.
Which for an opening point on the Sunday, not great. We're now at
It's
6
a tie.
turnovers.
It's a tie, 3-3. Gabriele Spisso trying to put an end to this suffering, but couldn't find the right way. And now let's see Gremlin if I can multiply their score from 0 to 1. But 1 per 0, it's still 0.
Good maths, good maths.
You know, it's nice to see also different generation and different ages playing. Because you can...
Oh, what a grab! Let's go!
Yeah, we have a oldie but goldie score here. And this is like real, the true Rimini generation, just chucking it deep. Nice floaty backhand that hovered over the head of the defender and was perfectly put in front of the receiver.
Yeah, when that just came out, I thought it was potentially a little bit too far, but some jets on that player to just able to run it into the end zone. We see the previous team celebrating in the back of the end zone, taking their team photo, and as they scored, they all celebrated.
Oh wow, we have a split.
We do.
We have a split as a center of the picture. Yeah, let's not.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's amazing. I wish I could do that.
Do you have any insight into what the Paganello logo is? To me, it looks like a fish.
Paganello logo?
The like face.
The sun.
Is
yeah.
it a sun?
I always saw it as a sun, but it is a fish. It's the Paganello. Paganello is the name of a fish.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Thank you.
Yeah, some years ago there was the Paganello on the disc as a. Ooh, nice end block on the give and go. And now Gremila can get the break after a slow start. Oh!
Nice feet.
Gremila getting the upset start. The young Zam Zam team really thinking they had it, maybe. Playing against Gremila, they were thinking like, okay, they're older than us, we know them, we can beat them. But instead, now they're facing a hard start, 2-0. Contini and Semprini smiling, grimming on the end zone, saying hi. And let's see if they can end this drought on their end.
That $1 million that you've put on Zam Zam. Feeling nervous?
No, I'm gonna keep my $1 million on them. I trust my young friends of Rimini to deliver.
I was going to ask if you wanted to double or nothing. It's not too late to change your
I
mind.
don't have any more money. It's all in for me. It's not double. So here we are. Now, this is, I remember for whoever connected right now, these are the power pools.
Okay.
So we should understand that these games are pretty important for the teams. After these 3 games today, these 2 games today, the first 2 games, sorry about that, they're going to cross and they're going to see at what point they are, where they are to get the win. But Zam Zam is feeling the pressure of having to catch up with Gremila.
Yeah, I don't think the Zam Zam options are necessarily wrong, but they did have a long day of sand yesterday, and it's just maybe just a little bit of having to adjust to the receiver, just slow your disc down ever so slightly, release them just ever so slightly later. I think that was a really good option, and as much as the bid was required, on sand, forcing someone to lay out isn't quite as hard a ask as it is on something like grass.
Yeah.
It's more commonplace to be laying out. So
Yeah.
I think if you throw a disc that makes someone lay out for, I don't think that can necessarily be classed as a bad throw.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I had so many whiplash on laying out in the sand. It's tough because first times I was always thinking, whoa, my goodness! What about this layout? Luca Contini was millimeters away from a sick defense, but couldn't get it. The whole foxes of Gremila just using the ruler on these throws. They're just putting on the millimeters here.
Yeah, absolutely incredible footwork and kind of real guts to stay with that disc. I think a lot of people would have thought, oh, that disc is probably trailing out of bounds. I've got to do loads of fancy footwork. Oh, the defender's streaking in. I've also got a second receiver behind me. We can see it again on the replay. Disc goes up. Player just really sticks with it all the way, trusts that they're going to get the disc, taps it in, and that is a goal. 3-0.
Yeah, Zam Zam is asking for a timeout, and we're going to take a quick break. And see you soon, guys.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my God! Somehow they do it!
Back here after the timeout, Zam Zam timeout at Paganello 2025. It's Chapo with you and the amazing Amida Durbin with me.
Hi.
So Zam Zam just took a timeout after a hard start, 3-0 against Gremila, and I don't think they were even thinking about having this kind of start after the loss of yesterday against Jam. Oh my goodness. And that is it. I think Zam Zam is trying to get the work done.
That's more like it.
Yeah, I mean, they have to find a way to work on the body difference, on the physical difference. Zam Zam for sure is a more trained and fit team because of also just the age and the proximity of the year they stopped playing pro. So I just think they need to isolate, move the disc around, find the easy spot to put a good, nice, deep
We saw
disc.
the way that they were playing then, that's much more in their style. So it's good to see after that timeout, maybe they've had a conversation. I think sometimes when you go up against a team that you know on paper or based on, results in the past that you normally win or you should probably be beating, you can often actually play quite badly because you go in with a different attitude. And even though you may tell yourself out loud that you don't have a different attitude, there's something in your brain that sort of switches off.
Yeah.
And so it's good to see that Zam Zam have recognized that and said, hey, come on, we're here to put on a show on the live stream. We're playing against people that we know well. It's a bit of a derby. Let's put on a show for them rather than kind of playing in a style that doesn't suit us. So be interesting to see how Gremila respond. We know that they love to shoot it once they get it on the break side.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Gremila took those 2 points, and that's just gonna be they're just gonna try to hang on those. As you can see, oh, there was a foul call.
Foul on the throw. I did think that throw came out very vertical, which doesn't necessarily surprise me. Didn't see the foul myself, but uncontested.
Yeah, couldn't see it too, but let's see how Zam Zam put a defense on, and now it's a mistake on the swing, and they're taking back the disc and Semprini scoring. Semprini to me is one of the best hands in Europe. It's one of the best handler I've ever seen, but study, works, life brought him away from the Italian Rimini movement, and he went away and studied abroad. So now he's enjoying his life with Zam Zam and his sister Emma.
I think that's the beauty of Frisbee, isn't it? We've got so many opportunities for players at whatever stage of life they're in, they want to be able to play at. If you want to be pushing to be the best player in the world, the opportunities are there for you to take. But if you want to be playing socially, casually, and for fun, you've also got it available to you.
Yeah, and you still get to be like close and near the top level.
Yeah.
So you're just not secluded to a random gym or a random pitch.
Yeah,
somewhere in the outskirts of Italy, but you're just here playing loose mixed, and then the next game will be a super high level women or mixed or open game. So you can literally enjoy all the shades of the sports environment.
Absolutely. On the turnover counter, we are 5 turnovers for the Zam Zam and 4 for Gremila. So considering we're only at 3-2, I think it's a pretty high turnover count. So hopefully we'll see these teams reduce that as we see Gremila now on offense. Zam Zam doing a better job of staying tighter. Great defensive bid there coming from the Zam Zam player, but Gremila able to maintain focus. The clap of the hands from the number 2 shirt. Throws another bladey huck up. The deep player was there, took a pause, and then continued the cut, which meant the throw was way too far ahead. That's them all tied on turnovers, and Zam Zam with an opportunity now.
Yeah, Zam Zam now looks like a bit more focused, a bit more driven. They saw it, that Gremlins are not here to fumble and play. They want to win. They want to smash the age difference.
Oh, the sand monster has taken him down.
No.
No fault of his own there. That is just the sand absolutely annihilating your running form. Player was free, had separation, was right there, and just unfortunately got taken down.
Yeah, now Zam Zam wants to score, wants to break, but they look like they're hurrying it up too much. And now we have Gremlins swinging the disc at the center of the pitch, looking far away for Ricci, but the throw was completely out of aim.
I think it's a foul call on the thrower.
No. It's just a turnover.
Everyone's just staying where they are.
Luca Contini is going up on it.
It's not often that you see there be a turnover and the offense and defense to not change position. That's why I was confused there. The defensing team just stood exactly where they were and started to play offense.
Yes, Piso with the disc now, trying to having a nice flow get going in front of the end zone. Contini again, looking ahead, wanted the solution, but the reset is a better option. Semprini, Emma, looking in front of her for a nice open side flick. Luca Contini watching.
Oh no, that's really unfortunate. I think that disc just came a little bit too fast and almost the momentum of the catch took it out of her hands.
Yeah, it took it out, and now we got again Gremlin having the disc to keep this score up 2 points. Spisso pushing it deep, preventing Gremlins to hawk. And now Fra with the disc in his hand, faking it. And now Silence again, looking deep. With Spisso chasing, but the disc is perfect. Perfect throw, perfectly put this flick. And you can tell the Gremlins, they may be not fresh out of college, but they sure know how to handle the disc in this sand.
I think with any style of ultimate and any surface, if you've been playing for long enough, it is kind of like riding a bike. Your legs might not have the same speed they used to have, you might not have the same explosive power in your vert, but if you know the right shapes to move into and you know the kind of shapes on your throws that you need to release, sometimes it's a little bit easier.
I mean, we saw it, everybody saw it, all 10 people in the field saw it, that was the solution, the huck. Nobody had the energy to bring this point forward. So everybody knew it, they just managed to isolate the cutter. And then it was just a perfectly pinpointed throw. What, about 60 meters, 50 meters?
Yeah, basically full pitch, really.
Yeah, amazing.
From end zone line to end zone line.
Now again, ZamZam trying to take this lead to be 1 point. Oof. ZamZam are really stressed out. I think that the loss of yesterday really put them in a tight spot. Bad throw now, and Semprini again with the disc. Trying to, wow, one-handed grab, amazing. Semprini again, all isolated. Swinging it with a nice flat hammer. And now with the disc again for Semprini, and an easy score for ZamZam, and the score is 4-3 for Gremlins.
This game is starting to move into kind of what we wanted it to be, a little bit more competitive after a pretty slow start from ZamZam, so I think they're going to be pleased with that recovery. A turnover apiece for both teams in that point, but ZamZam recovered well. And a really nice end zone cut from the ZamZam player, just kind of really pumping the arms and pushing to get free. Had kind of two players in the same area as him, but was able to just really drive it and get the score in. The sun's coming out here at Paganello.
Yes, we don't want to talk about it, otherwise the sun will go out. So
Okay. I respect that.
Amelia, you should know, it's 101 with the sun.
I'm sorry.
No talking about the sun being sunny.
Okay. Should we say that it's cloudy and it'll be like a reverse psychology?
I don't know, that doesn't work really well. But shout out to Lucio Donati, a guy from Gremlins on the roster. Is one of the pillar of this team and of the community, of the Rimini community, more than the team. And so number 13 of the Gremlins, shout out to Lucio. Great guy, just great guy overall. All Rimini people loves him, and you can tell that this game is heartfelt in this city. There's been quite of a crowd gathering now in the stands.
Yeah, people have woken up, had a bit of a lie-in this morning, and now they're out. That is a banger of a huck.
Wow. Ooh, triple spin on the pivot.
Yeah, a proper spin.
If you spin on the mark, is then was it a break or open side throw after all those spins?
That's a great question. I think the mark was pretty flat and a bit rappy, if I'm going to be honest. So fair play to getting
You go
free.
with the safe choice of the flat marking.
Let's say, from my perspective, I think that was an open side throw.
Okay, yeah, same. I would have said the same.
Okay, I'm glad that we're on the same same wavelength here.
I don't know. Maybe Gremlin woke up at 5 and had a cleaning throwing sessions or some sort, because they're out of their minds, hacking everything and hacking it perfectly.
Absolutely. We saw it yesterday. They're just so good at sitting the disc into space, and that angle and the way that they're releasing the disc just means that it just hangs just for a couple of seconds more than it would normally do, just to let the receiver run onto it. They're not asking too much of the people that they are playing with. We're all tied up here, I believe.
No, it's +1 for Gremlins, I think, because, yeah, Gremila 5, no, sorry, it's +2 with the -1 in Zam Zam hands. So it's still that 2-point lead that they took at the first points.
So we need a break from Zam Zam. So they've got to slot this offense in nice and quickly, and then put out a good line that's going to really put some pressure on this Gremila side.
Yeah, now this I think is the halftime jingle that we're hearing. So after this point, there will be a halftime. So instead of 7, it's halftime at 6. And Semprini again with the disc on the brick. Gremlin putting pressure, but Semprini getting free. Nice zipping flick, diagonally crossing. And now Dede looking for a over-the-shoulder throw. Oh, Semprini, Emma put the hand in the middle, but the intended receiver was his brother, and Tommaso got a bit frustrated here. There was a bit of a hanger and frustration, but now Gremlin can go up 3, and Zam Zam can see their dream getting shattered even more. Oh my goodness. That disc was in, Amelia.
That disc was in. And a good run. I think player just knew, hey, I'm not probably going to get that. Didn't want to throw the body on the line.
Wow.
A great throw. I'm really impressed by the throws. Some of them aren't obviously all coming off, but the throws are good.
Yeah, throws are really good. I mean, the pressure from Zam Zam was good, and it was not a typical huck. It was a stall 9 solution kind of huck. But, I mean, if it's catchable. Now Zam Zam again at the brick mark in front of the Gremila end zone, looking to score and make a stop this point, and that's what I do. A break for offense, a clean offense for Zam Zam. It's the 5-4, and now we're gonna take a break. So see you soon, Emilia. Bye bye.
Yeah, look, all of my friends going crazy. I gotta brag on myself.
Lightspeed, a global venture capital firm, is proud to sponsor Team Blade, where excellence and cohesion take center stage.
And we are back, Amelia. So, what do you think of this game so far?
I think this game started slow. I think Zam Zam came out maybe with a different attitude than they necessarily wanted to have, where they were playing the systems, playing their style, but they weren't executing them, whereas Gremila have been relentless throughout and are playing very, very well. I think both teams currently, the game is being won by the other team's mistakes versus the defense being really, really amazing. But I think Gremila right now have got the momentum, the right attitude, and they're playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, that's it. Gremila looks confident, and I think that Zam Zam, amazing layout bid, but couldn't catch the disc. And now Gremila is in front of the end zone. Let's see if they can keep their poise and score. Ricci is free on the open side, and oh my goodness. A lefty. Lefty is always useful. Now he's shouting to the crowd, throwing his heart out to the crowd. Gremila is really embedded in this community.
Yeah, I love that celebration, and well done from Gremila. A great score. Again, we were just saying they're playing with confidence. They really are. They're so good at putting the disc into space and trusting that someone's going to go and get there. Whereas I think ZamZam maybe a little bit relying too much on kind of making connections and then putting the disc where the connection is versus playing a system and trusting that people are going to move into those spaces when they need them to.
Yeah, while there was the halftime and Zam Zam and Gremila were taking a sip of ice cold tea, I thought that probably Zam Zam feel also the pressure of like my $1 million to say, like they feel the pressure of supposedly be the better team.
Yep.
It's always a tricky position.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. If you know that you're the team that should win, it's often tricky to come in and win. And there's a pressure, you know, the crowd's rooting against you. Everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, they're coming to get you.
They're coming to get you. As you see the pull going up for Gremila into Zam Zam's hands.
6-4 for Gremila, and let's see if Zam Zam can keep this score to a 1-point deficit. Semprini to Dede, and then again Dede on the right side of the pitch. Spisso, and now we can see a zone by Gremila, the first zone of the day, and Semprini not skipping the pass, going to his sister Emma, and then Gabriele looking for the center break. And now Semprini is free. It's a Semprini connection, but Emma get and blocked by Gremila. That it's a devil. Oh my goodness, that's a deep throw.
Under 2 players, come on!
Oh my goodness, a 2-on-1. And Gremila are for sure they're gonna have a notification by the WADA after this game, because there was something in the red wine yesterday night. Look at those throws, look at those grabs. I mean, what more can you want from the Easter Sunday?
I know, let's take a look at this replay. Disc goes up, all players in the right position, just goes up straight, catches it with 2 hands. A little bit of a bosh from both players, but well handled. That is a fantastic, fantastic grab from the Gremila player.
Yeah, there was also a lot of awareness by all 3 players to not crash badly into each other. So ZamZam player were really fair in that body contact. Gremila didn't hold back, didn't withdraw from the contact, and went straight up in the cylinder like a basketball player would say. No foul.
Absolutely, and I can't believe the score is 4-7. I really thought this was going to bring in us a nice close game. There's still plenty of time left. We have not long had half, but Gremila have definitely got something in their sand socks. They're really putting out a lot of effort and just kind of looking like they're scaring Zam Zam.
Yeah, I mean, Zam Zam didn't make stupid mistakes like you would say an easy grounded throw, but still Gremila managed to make defense without even running that much. Continue with the disc, swinging it back at the center of the disc, of the field. Sorry about that. And Contini again, one of the main handlers for Costa Rica in the Italian Championship. And Spisso, Gabriele Spisso is also one of the physio here at Paganello. And then Semprini
nice.
With a nice juke, not with the shoulder, not with the knees, not with the feet, but just changing a handle of the disc, faking the lefty backhand, and then like feng shui move. I'm one with water. Just put this packet in the end zone.
Able to throw the player free, and that was great. We're seeing a stoppage on the field where players look confused as to what's happening. Maybe a conversation.
Yeah. There was a.
I think potentially this is another team that missed the time half.
No, we added.
Do we have? There's no Gremila players currently on the field.
I think there was something sad, maybe some celebration that wasn't well taken by the Gremila, or something said in the sideline. Yeah. They're talking, they're smiling, but still, it's that bitter smile.
There's some tension in the air.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what we want. We love a grudge match, hoping for Gremila to... Well, I'm not hoping for Gremila to turn over. I'm hoping that ZamZam's able to bring some absolutely fiery defense and get us a highlight.
I'm hoping for the game to keep this intensity and this challenge from the two teams. You can see Zam Zam player throwing on the sideline. Look at that dedication. They really want to improve during this game and not fall by the hand of their uncles and friends. So now Ricci again with the disc at the center of the pitch. Nice pull to begin with. And now Contini goes under, waits basically for the disc like a shark. And now wants to get the assist and make the bookhand, but couldn't find the free player now.
That's the break for Zam Zam. It's like they heard me. I said, hey, oh.
There's a travel call. I'm always a bit skeptic on travel on the sand.
I mean, the travel rule on sand, I believe, is the same on grass, which is you can take 3 steps whilst you're throwing if you are not changing direction and staying in the same line of travel.
That was a strange double check. There was a strange double check on the disc, and that made all the flow expire. So now ZamZam lost the opportunity to get the break they needed. Now Gremila with the disc in the hand, looking for an isolation to get the hack philosophy going. Oh, and the disc goes, but Sbrighi.
Oh, great D.
Sbrighi just arrived. I think it was either working on the tournament or sleeping, and he just arrived, and you can see his presence. But now Zam Zam get the disc turnover again, a behind throw that got turned over. Now a quick timeout, and Amelia, I think we're gonna take the timeout too and go into a little break. See you soon, guys.
Here we go.
This year, London Invite is bigger than ever, with 8 teams in the Open Division, 8 teams in the Women's Division, and for the first time, a full 8-team Mixed Division.
With 5 World Games teams, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, France.
As well as the Tokai Super Team, it's sure to be the ultimate showcase of the best in the world.
More teams, more streams, more stars, more ultimate.
More excitement.
You're not going to want to miss London Invite 2025.
Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. And created the test and made for it.
That was absolutely incredible.
I'm Steph Pazzo, and I must eat.
Sometimes commentator, sometimes food eater.
On my ultimate travels in 2023, I sampled culinary classics from all across Europe.
Oh, wow.
Guided by some of your favorite ultimate players.
That's the Dutch hospitality for you right there.
I'll give you an insight into the secret spots that only the locals know of.
Are these the best schnitzels in Vienna?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
You'll find Steph Pazzo on YouTube. Like and subscribe and follow the European Ultimate Must Eat series.
We are Hive Ultimate, a group of players and coaches from all over the world working together to progress the next generation of Ultimate strategy. We've helped top teams win world championships and new teams introduce the sport in a fun and inclusive way. Search for Hive Ultimate on YouTube to learn more about our cutting-edge strategies and to see analysis of world-class teams. To find out what Hive can do for your team, head over to our Patreon page where you can gain access to our exclusive drills and session plans and to join our worldwide community of coaches. Get ahead of the curve with Hive Ultimate.
Welcome back to Paganello. We're here on the beach, Emilia Durbin, joined by Choppo, just applying some sun cream. Sun's safe, love to see it.
Yeah.
You may have seen in our beautiful advert break then an advert for London Invite, the tournament of the year, in my humble opinion. Just for the grass, it's looking absolutely fantastic. We've got world game teams playing in London later in July. You've got Germany, Australia, the USA, Canada, France.
This year the level and the expectation on these tournaments are over the top.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and you can catch it here on ULTI.TV. We're starting to release the ads. We're starting to show you what's coming, so keep your eyes peeled on our social media as we see Gremila with a huck to the end zone.
Gremila keeps finding a way to hug that disc, and Zam Zam, I don't think they understood that, cannot afford to poach.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to see ZamZam adjust. I think they're putting out the same defense over and over again, which when you are a fun team and you're trying to take it chill, you're here to socialize, play some Frisbee. Who's in charge of saying the strategy? Who's going to tell you, right, guys, we're changing it. We're doing FM, no deeps. Yeah. Who's going to change you? I think if there's no captain, it's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, you know, that's the trick. Now you're under. You're in the line. You feel like you're one of the best player, or you should be one of the best player. So you wanted to do more. You wanted to put the 130%. So you poach. So you look at the disc because you expect a mistake. You wait for the mistake, but then your offensive player goes deep. It goes, or she goes away from you, and you just lose them. It's tough. The best way to get a game back to me is just focus 100% on your job, on your task, and just do it and trust your teammates. So now, Zam Zam with a brick.
5 minutes left.
A lot of fakes, so Semprini has to lay out to get this dump. And Spisso far away, poached looking even farther, but now there's a lot of space in between cutters and handler for Zam Zam. Emma Semprini getting upline, but the disc is off, the connection is off, I'd say. And now Gremila is up and running to get the +4. And now we have the great Lucio on the pitch that just did the defense. Number 13, trying to get the reset going. Yes. Will he get it? No. Lucio Donati.
Oh! Right at the head. Ow.
We got a face blocked by a teammate. That's always good to have highlights. No bleeding. Just a big hit. And then a turnover away. Spisso was still thinking about the throw in the face. It was completely unfocused, and he's apologizing to us, actually, Spisso.
He is. You don't need to apologize to us. It's okay.
Lucio Donati with the nice break by Lucio. And again, Gremila. Oh, that hit in the head just wake him up and got him up and running for this layout for this layout catch, sorry. Now Semprini trying to screen Donati with the disc in the hand. Gremila looking for the flow. Nice backhand break. Exactly as before, but this time Silence couldn't get a hold of the disc. And now Semprini, one in the fast break. Spisso getting poached, it's totally free. Give and go with Semprini. And now Spisso getting that disc going against Semprini. All alone in the end zone.
That was a nice bit of offense from Zam Zam there. Really nice to see it.
Yeah, deserving the score. Semprini is really caring for this team. I think is one of the founder of this team, one of the captain of this team. He really wants this team not just to win, but to succeed as a group. And now we can hear in the background the Paganello jingle. So this is the 8-6 point.
8-6 out here on the sand in Paganello. The crowd is picking up in the stands just to the right of our camera screens. Zam Zam down 2 points.
Yeah,
Gremila.
unexpected. The first upset of the day, maybe. It's not over. It's not over.
It's certainly not over. We had 2 games yesterday end on Universe with the same team against Zam Zam. The Fam Jam were a team that were down pretty much the whole game until it came to the last 5 minutes. And they just didn't go away. And then they ended up winning on Universe. So our game is not over until that final hooter goes or that final point is scored. Teams have got to stay in it. And if Zam Zam stay focused, 1 break, it's 8-7. 2 breaks in a row, it's 8-8. It's well within their grasps.
So here's Gremila with a nice flow, underpasses, easy throw. They don't look too pressured by this crucial moment. It's a pick call, and we just hear the jingle for the 5 minutes. So let me tell you this. This is the witching hour. When win becomes losses and losses becomes win.
I think it's actually 1 minute remaining, not 5 minutes. So the witching hour is well and truly here.
Yeah, it's the real witching hour because the 5 minutes is the fake witching hour. And now, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Is a dime. What an absolute peach.
Where did... How did he see that line of passage?
He's speechless.
I'm speechless. I mean, it's crazy throw. It's just a crazy throw, well executed for a perfectly cutting cutter right at the bottom of the corner of the end zone. I mean, what better can you ask for?
I think that must be how Zam Zam feel right now, which is speechless. I don't think they were expecting this. I don't think they were prepared for it. I don't think they necessarily had a game plan, which you don't have to. We're at Paganello, we're on the sand, we're in the sun, we're having a great time with our friends and the community. But if you don't have a game plan against a team like this Gremila side, I think you're going to find yourself in trouble.
Yeah, and I also think that this game will have a peak of downloads in the near future. All the Rimini families, either sides, is going to be downloading this game and watching this game, because Gremila are going to hold Zam Zam accountable for this loss for ages.
And I say, let that continue. We love friendly rivalry between old friends.
Possible loss. The game is not over.
The game is not over. I do believe this will be the last point, as we had the last point finish in that 1 minute time.
Exactly. A shout by Contini, a push on the teammate on the sideline. And then nice floaty flick hug.
There we go.
And Semprini gets the things done. And now we'll see if this tremendous Gremila offense can be stopped in the second half.
Are we going to go all the way? It's 9-7. If Chopo and I are correct, and if we've understood the schedule, the game is 2-10. So Gremila will just have to hold. They don't have to hold upwind or downwind. Thankfully today, touch wood, touch my head as there's no wood next to me. Oh, I found some, it's a bench. The wind is nowhere near as strong as it was yesterday. Yesterday we were fighting a swilly, gusty kind of crosswind from the left to the right. Today it's pretty flat.
Yeah, so I was thinking that I'm already down. If this goes out as a loss for Zam Zam, I'm already out 2 million. I bet my first million on Bunderbag, but I lost it, and now I'm losing my second million. So if you want prediction for any type of sports event, just come to me and bet the opposite. I would say I'm in a streak. I'm gonna do another prediction, and if I get that, maybe I'll try again. But if I'm not getting that, I'm stopping.
That's a healthy way to see it. You're down 2 million. You know, that's your whole life savings.
Yeah. And now Ricci again, hacking it deep, but Tomas is there waiting. Semprini. And now a cheeky lefty by Contini. And let's see if the top of the top can score against this Gremila and have a break. And now Contini gets the break inside the end zone. This is how ZamZam works. Likes to put the game on the line all the time. But this was a super hard line. There was Brighi, Semprini, Contini, Spisso, and unfortunately, I don't know the girl that just scored, the female matching player that scored, but I mean, it was the toughest line I could get.
Yeah, absolutely. They're still in it. They're cooking away. They're not going down easy, which means that Gremila will have to go out on offense again. They've got not that many chances until it comes even. If Gremila get a break now, we will be going to Universe. If ZamZam get a break now, we'll be going to Universe. But if not, in a clean hold for Gremila, they will take the win 10-8 here in our second game of Paganello on the Sunday, Easter Sunday, here in Rimini. What a day for it.
It's amazing. Sun now is shining. Temperature is perfect. The purple and of Gremila and the washed out wine red shirt of ZamZam are really melting together into this yellow sand. You know that ZamZam dyed their shirt with wine?
Did they?
Yeah, with vinaccia.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they told me they don't even smell that bad.
Any reason why?
Oh, to be environmental friendly, you know.
Oh, okay. Love that.
Color dyes are pretty toxic.
Lovely.
There are some more or less toxic, but vinaccia is the most biodegradable thing that can color your shirt.
Delicious. It's interesting to see how some shirts have come out more red than the others.
There's a player of Gremila walking inside the pitch, screaming, oh.
What is happening?
Ouch. So, from what I understand from the shouting, suddenly this game is a real game, and Gremila just forced the automatic break because ZamZam called a timeout when they didn't have one. So Spisso now trying to get the break, the block. Semprini again, backhand. Now huge layout to save the disc. Contini guarding it. There's a lot of stepping back and contact. So Semprini stopping the flow. Spisso trailing and now blocking the upline. Now Gremila trying to find a way. Oh, they're doing a FM kind of defense, ZamZam. Now it's a backhand force. I don't think they want to give them the flick, but there are many lefties on the Gremila team. And now a huge huck that goes straight out of bound. And ZamZam have the chance to tie it up and put even more pressure on Gremila. Maybe the tiredness, the fitness is catching up to them.
Well, I think that Gremila are often so keen to throw it forward downfield in a huck or a leading pass that often they're not looking at the open reset when it's there. And the defense of ZamZam is playing into that. So they're going, oh, we can see that you're not going to throw to the handler. They're sagging off, and then they're clipping back on. ZamZam now.
And Spisso get the disc on the Contini huck. And now it's a Universe point game. Oh my God, Amelia. I'm so excited.
We absolutely love a Universe point here at ULTI.TV. Keeps things exciting, keeps us on our toes. Who do you think is going to take it? Gremila do have the offensive possession. ZamZam on defense. However, Gremila have just been broken 2 times in a row. So to go out on the third time lucky, as they say, it's a hard ask.
Yeah, so, you know, Amelia, when you're right at the line, you see the next point is the last one. Gremila tried to rely on their hacks, but this time ZamZam really forced the under, really waiting on the back of the cutters, and Semprini got the defense pretty easily. And now Gremila pushing it upwind, and ZamZam defending and maybe attacking on a downwind side if they're gonna get the turnover.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. We also saw impossible winning, so. So, Contini with the pull. We have a nice, strong line for Zam Zam and a very good line actually for Gremila, the best of the game. Ricci, Silence, and unfortunately other super important and historic Rimini player that unfortunately I don't personally know. I don't remember the nicknames.
That's a nice pull.
That's a great pull. And Silence getting the disc. You see, they're all guarding from the back. Oh my goodness, Contini with a fingertip block on a layer D right in front of the end zone. Now Semprini wanted to score.
There it is.
And my friend Gabriele Spisso is the winner with the ending score. 10-9. Spisso getting hugs, Semprini getting hugs, Contini getting hugs. And wow, what a derby.
What a derby and what a comeback from Zam Zam. They were down and out, 3-0 down, and they've had to battle the whole way to get those 3 breaks back early doors, to get broken early doors and then just claw them back at the end. That's going to be a tough loss for Gremila, but credit where credit's due to Zam Zam. They kept themselves in it all the way. They did drop their heads, but they didn't drop them enough to be completely taken out of the game.
Well said, Amelia. This game was so exciting. I'm going to take a little of a break before the next game. So, guys, stay on, keep the YouTube page on, and see you soon.
Thanks.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.
darkest fears. I know you know, I know. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Lucky me, I have thick skin. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Lucky me, I have thick skin. Did you play your part, hand too hard?